From Nevada Public Radio, this is the Daily Rundown. I'm Natalie Ott. Here are your top local stories for March 23, 2026. The National Collegiate Athletic Association filed a complaint in federal court Friday seeking an emergency restraining order to stop online sportsbook DraftKings from using registered trademarks associated with the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments. The complaint for trademark infringement was filed in the Southern District of Indiana and asks that DraftKings stop using terms including March Madness, Final Four, Elite Eight, and Sweet 16, or variations of them, in sports betting products, promotional campaigns, or marketing. The NCAA said in the complaint its trademarks are used to identify, brand, advertise, and distinguish the tournaments across broadcast media, digital platforms, merchandise, sponsorships, and licensed commercial activities. The complaint says, on the eve of the tournaments, DraftKings deliberately adopted and prominently began using the NCAA's iconic NCAA basketball marks, including confusingly similar variations thereof, to trade on and usurp the immense goodwill, recognition, and consumer trust embodied in those marks at the precise moment of peak public attention. A Carson City judge has signed a temporary restraining order blocking Kalshi from operating in the Silver State, for now. Sports, entertainment, and political event-based contracts are banned for 14 days in Nevada, effective immediately. Nevada is the first state to shut off access to these products from the prediction market. The order, issued Friday, March 20th, comes after the Ninth Circuit Court denied an emergency motion Thursday. Kalshi had argued the motion should block state gaming regulations while an appeal was being heard. The Elko Planning Commission recently approved a private ski facility in eastern Nevada's Ruby Mountains, despite significant local opposition. California businessman Peter Christodoulou owns the sprawling ranch. According to the Nevada Independent, he previously failed to gain approval for a public resort in 2024. The new plan includes a lodge and 5 chairlifts. The commission voted 5-2 in favor of the project. Residents raised concerns about environmental impacts and the loss of natural mountain views. Dissenting commissioners argued the private plan mirrored the original public proposal. However, the approval includes conditions, such as removing unused lifts. Opponents have 10 days to appeal the decision to the county board. The visual icons of Las Vegas are frequently recreated by local artists, and typically, their inspiration is drawn, sometimes literally, from the Strip, maybe Fremont Street too. But Ethan Salmon wanted to shine a spotlight on another Vegas, the one locals drive by on their way home, the one that doesn't always look glamorous, the one that shows what nature eventually does to an urban environment. The born and raised Nevada artist and Las Vegas Academy instructional assistant has done just that. His current exhibition, Structured, is showing through March 28th at Recycled Propaganda, where he also serves as the de facto gallerist. Salmon uses wall sculptures, paintings, found items, and painstakingly detailed models to highlight icons familiar to longtime locals, from the old Mission Linen Building in the Arts District, now being renovated into a mixed-use facility, to a sign for Fong's Garden Chinese restaurant that once towered over East Charleston Boulevard. Hear the full conversation with KNPR's Mike Pravat at knpr.org. Americans are driving longer than ever before, in some cases, too long, according to safety advocates. But many older adults say they shouldn't be forced to give up driving solely because of age. There is no single national standard for older adults in driving. Each state sets its own rules for how often people have to renew their licenses and what kind of tests they have to pass, if any. Still, many older Americans depend on driving for mobility and independence. Experts on aging say it's not easy to find the right balance between safety and fairness. There's no simple answer, said Ann Dickerson, a professor of occupational therapy and director of the Research for Older Adult Driver Initiative at East Carolina University. We have to be careful not to overreact because it's not every older driver. It's hard to say exactly when older drivers should face additional testing to renew their licenses, Dickerson said, because Americans are living longer and aging better than ever before. You can find the full story by NPR's Joel Rose at knpr.org. This has been the Daily Rundown, a production of Nevada Public Radio. To hear more or to support public radio in Southern Nevada, visit knpr.org.